In this tutorial, I will show you how to transform yourself into one of my favorite villains, the evil sea witch, Ursula. And all it's going to cost you is your voice. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using a variety of makeup products that I've purchased through offers.com. I went through their site and scored a pretty sweet discount on this makeup, so I do recommend their site if you're looking to find a good deal. I'm also going to be hosting a giveaway for them for a chance to win $100 worth of Halloween makeup, so please check the info box below to see that video. To start off this bewitching transformation, I used a white colored hairspray from Color Effects. These hairsprays work pretty well, especially if you apply them in layers. If you have darker hair, you will definitely need 2 cans though. Next, I covered my eyebrows and sketched out Ursula's eye shape with a white eyeliner. If you'd like to learn how I cover my eyebrows, I will link that video below. Here's a little known fact: Ursula was designed after the legendary drag queen Divine, so her eyes are going to be super exaggerated and high on the forehead, and you want to make sure to keep the eyebrows really rounded. Sebastian told me the secret to Ursula's lavender skin was the crushed souls of merfolk, which I'm fresh out of, so I decided to use Mehron's Paradise Paint in purple mixed with their Paradise Paint in white. And I like to use my foundation brush to apply this so it's not patchy. I also went in with that Paradise White again and highlighted my face, just the tops of my nose, my forehead, the tops of my cheekbones, the tip of my chin, anywhere where sunlight would hit or where a sun coming through the water would hit. To let out your inner sea witch, you need to contour, and you need to contour a lot. I'm going to be using a matte purple eyeshadow from Mehron, and this is called Purple Heat to do this. I'm using a fluffier style brush, and I started around the perimeter of my face, just applied a light line and blended it out. And then I applied it to underneath my cheekbones, as well as to my nose, and to the inner corners of my eyes, underneath my eyes, down my smile line, above my lip, above my chin. You know, I tried to contour every possible feature on my face. Some of that purple face paint covered up my divine eyes, so I'm going to redivine my eyes using the white eyeliner. Ursula loves herself some gray eyeshadow, so I mixed 2 face paints. I used the black and the white from Mehron to create this gray shade that I'm applying to my eyelid. I also went in with a lighter gray on the outer corners of the eyes and just highlighted, you know, where Ursula's brow bone would be. Moving on to blue eyeshadow, because blue eyeshadow is everybody's favorite. I mixed the white and the blue from Mehron as well. And I just applied that to my second eyelid. I definitely try to get symmetry with this. It's very hard since our faces are not flat like paper, but just do your best and try to get it as accurate as possible. Much like we did for the face, we're going to contour the eyes, and I'm using a blue eyeshadow to basically go around the perimeter of my blue eye shape and kind of shade the edges and blend them in towards the center, leaving the very center a little bit lighter so it pops and looks more three-dimensional. And I did the same process with the gray eye shapes. I just contoured using a black eyeshadow. And I basically just defined the edges of the gray shape and blended inwards. Not many people know this, but Cthulhu is my boyfriend, and he lent me some of his ink so I could finish off my eyes. Just kidding, guys. I used the black face paint again from Mehron, and I started off pretty thin, just kind of tracing the outline of the eye shape. And then I started to add a little more thickness to the brow. You want the thickest part of the brow to be at the top of the arch. And towards the nose, you want to kind of taper the brow off. And you also want to create a flick inwards to create that angry Ursula brow. To further define the eyes, I went ahead and outlined the top of the blue eyelid, I also applied the black underneath the eye, as well as to the top lid, and I connected the top liner to the end of the brow. Ursula does have some spider-looking lashes on the bottom lid, so I took that black face paint again and just flicked it outwards. And 2 or 3 flicks should do the job. Flotsam and Jetsam lent me some of their eyelashes since they're eagles and they can't use them because they don't have fingers to put them on with. Anyway, I love these and they kind of flick out at the ends, so they give my eye that ultimate evil sea witch lift. Now that the eyes are complete, I'm going to start on my lips. And for my lip shape, I went super exaggerated. I overdrew my lips and I made them extremely huge because, I mean, let's face it, Ursula has a big mouth. So I used the Mehron Pro Pencil Slim in really bright red to define my lips. And for her lip shape, I really pulled out those corners of the mouth and almost drew them upwards in a smile type shape. It almost looks very Joker-ish in a way. And I also kept the top of her lips very pointed. I did go ahead and contour the lips using a black eyeshadow. And I just outlined the lips and blended it down into the lip pencil. I found this really helped kind of define the shape. Again, she's a cartoon, so this is a very cartoon type technique. And to finish off the great and powerful sea witch Ursula, I added a black mole right underneath my lips. I do think under that evil persona, Ursula is a bit of a glamour puss, so I decided to add some glitter. I think she just would like glitter on herself. I don't know why, I just think, you know, I associate glitter with Ursula. So I just applied a little bit of glitter to my chest using a brush. And to replicate her famous necklace, I added a glittery seashell and went ahead and drew in the necklace cord. For the final finishing touches of Ursula, I added some glittery starfish. Again, I think Ursula would really like glitter. I think they would be friends. These poor unfortunate souls in pain and need. This one wanting to be thinner, that one wants to find the girl, but do I help them? Yes, indeed. Okay guys, that wraps up this Ursula tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I love doing it because Ursula is my favorite villain. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up and also join me on offers.com. I have some really great deals on the makeup that I used in this tutorial. And I'm also going to be doing a giveaway with them, and you can find that giveaway video at the end of this video or at the bottom of the info bar below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you under the sea. Bye.